Command. I've infiltrated the underwater research facility. Damn it, the storm up above must be disrupting their communications. Well, whatever. The show must go on.
Thank you, Mr. Fly, for completely interrupting what I was about to say, and also thank you for that lovely bit of voice acting, Madam Monotone. Anyway, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Endless Blue, a computer workstation that doesn't look like it's running any program, which, if I remember correctly, is based on 90s games, as you can probably tell from the sort of the fixed camera angles and the very questionable control scheme. But we shan't complain about that. Not until it's made me rip my hair out and scream. Then we'll complain about that. I think there's also some combat in this game as well at some point from looking at the control scheme. Incoming ship log, the 14th of the 8th, 93. 4 cases of provisions, 2 cases of lab equipment for 2 cases of organic materials, 1 case of live specimens, 1 case of books and magazines. Oh good, I'm glad to see it wasn't all work and no play. So, do I have multiple different doors that I can go down? There are at least 2. This seems oddly out of place. My diving equipment, might as well leave it here for now. Oh, that explains why it's out of place. Because I am a litterer. It won't budge. This must be locked from the other side. Alright then, I suppose we'll have to go down the other one then. And this again, this was in another game that I played recently. I'm now convinced that this opening door and then you going through it is some sort of trope from another 90s game. Still can't put my finger on which one it is though. I could probably just look it up. But I'm also far too lazy to do that. Also moved the microphone slightly further away in the vague hope that it will stop all of the horrible sounds of my breathing. But again, probably not.
I wasn't exactly expecting a warm welcome, but this is ridiculous. Where's everybody?
Didn't you say you were infiltrating the facility? I'd kind of be glad if I was infiltrating a facility and there was nobody there to, I don't know, shoot me for breaking and entering. Right. Can I interact with any of these computers? Some kind of radar monitor system. Yeah, there's definitely something geographical about all of this. What's this? You got a medkit. Oh good, I thought it was a massive keycard for it. But, no, it doesn't seem like I can interact with any of these computers. I cannot steal any corporate secrets or statistical analyses. The ARC control room. Okay, is that the name of the facility or the company that was involved here? You don't have the right access card for the door. Oh goody, my premonition about a key card was completely accurate. What a surprise. An indie horror game with key cards. Okay then. There's also quite a lot of screen tearing going on. I don't know whether you picked that up. Sometimes OBS managed to filter that out, which is very impressive, but also rather confusing. That happens in Manic Miners a lot. There's a fair amount of screen tearing in that game, but whenever the recordings come through, there never is. Which is, welcome, but suspicious. I'm wondering if the same thing will happen here. It won't budge, and there is a flashing red light next to the door. It doesn't even like an intro with this key card, but that's probably the bad place if it's got a flashing red light in it. At least that's what all of the Puritans tell themselves as they walk down the high street in Amsterdam. Oh dear. Oh dear. Kitty aunt. Okay. I seem to have walked into some sort of a gym with a rather serious competition problem. Oh no, it's fine, they're just hazmat suits. What kind of research were they doing here precisely? Well, they weren't doing research on Phil's reaction to thinking he sees a dead body. And now I think I definitely see a dead body. Either that or just someone having a really bad day.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know, but not a lot of facial animations. That much is certain. Have you got a key card? Yes, you do own an ID card. Indeed. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name because I will get it wrong and I will horribly offend somebody. Okay, so we have an ID card. I don't know whether that will allow me through the keycard doors that I need. I don't know what level of access that provides. Let's try that on the next... Yes, the door here. See if this works. Nope. Okay, we'll go back and try the other one in a minute. Let's go through here first and see what we can find. That squeaky noise isn't going to get irritating as this game drags on. Okay, these seem to be some sort of quarters. What do we have here? August 16th, 93. I can't believe it, I'm really here. My family must have always thought it was crazy, but I've dreamed of living in the ocean since I was a child. Now instead of wasting half the day preparing for a dive, we're already here, surrounded by the beauty and wonder of this great blue expanse. I see. So somebody liked the ocean. That is a new one for me. I am used to people really disliking the ocean. Do we have here? You took the VHS tape. Now, why the hell did I do that? Is that actually going to come in handy for something? Can I find a player for that? What? A small note with a diagram drawn in it, just in case. Then rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. This is a puzzle, isn't it? So Phil and his very small brain are going to take a photograph of this so that I don't have to remember what it looks like. Right, we will come back to that later when we figure out what exactly we need that for. Can I shut this off? No, but I can watch it. Oh, and watch the VHS tape I picked up. Oh, okay. So is this from like a head cam of a diver? Or a camera mounted onto some kind of automated drone, perhaps? Yes, it looks like the feed is dying. It went down too far. Now, is that a picture, or is that just a window out into the endless blue expanse? Sorry to name drop. Okay, I think we've got everything from in here. Not entirely sure how much help any of that was, but hopefully that puzzle will come in handy for something. I've yet to find what it interfaces with, though. Some sort of 9-piece grid. Let me go back into this main control room and try using that ID card on the door over here. Can I run? Yes, I can, but I can't run and turn at the same time, which is immensely irritating. Right. Yes, here we go. Excellent. There we are. So now we've got access to this part. We've been playing for 8 minutes and that door is already getting on my nerves. Okay, this looks like a surveillance room. Hello, friend. That looks like me. I don't know, I'm just waving in the darkness.
Strange. Who is that woman?
I don't know how to break this to you, madam, but that was kind of you. Either that or your identical twin, one or the other. Interesting. Radio equipment and a computer. Is there anything else here? Nope. All of this seems to be superfluous. Aha. This must be the code. I don't need a hint, thank you very much. I've already found a hint, haven't I? Right, let me bring that back up. So it says that 3 is there, 2 is there, and 1 is there. But then it says, then rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. So that would be going that way. So if we did that, 1 would be there, and then 2 would be there, and 3 would be there. Does that open it? Okay. Does it need more? Okay, so it's a 6-digit code, and I've only got the first 3. Okay then, fair enough. So I need to find another note with the other 3 numbers on it. Is this the note? 2,300 hours. We had to intervene when a few of the researcher scientists got a little too drunk in the lab. Apparently there was some big discovery, hence the party, but the specifics are still very hush-hush. Escorted the unruly scientists back to their bunks with no further incidents. What kind of a research lab needs security personnel? Oh, dear. I love peeking through walls in games. I really love that. Presumably I need another card. Yes, I do. Okay, is there anything here, or is this just some sort of bizarre window? Okay, so where am I going to find the other 3 numbers? I don't really want to go out and explore the entire facility again, because that's going to require listening to that door a dozen times over. So what does the hint give me? Oh, right, it just presents me with a photograph of the thing that I previously found, which, you know, I already did that myself. But never mind. I have also remembered that I can press tab to get my items. This is up here on the right behind my very ugly face. It says key items, security A, VHS, locker hint, and security hatch. And yes, it seems like I can change weapons and change items perhaps in my hand. Fascinating. Doesn't help with this though, and I don't really want to do it through trial and error. So I suppose I am going to have to go and explore the rest of the facility. But I'm not going to subject you to listening to this door any more than once more. So let's have a little jump cut until I figure out what I'm supposed to do to get this key code. Please tell me. Please tell me it's not.
Damn. Cleaned out. Well, I guess this will have to do.
Oh, I didn't realize you could turn around by using the mouse. That's nice. That's fun. Right. So when it says, from your perspective, 1, 2, 3, then turn 90 degrees anti-clockwise, it doesn't mean it's 1, 2, 3, but then you turn that 90 degree clockwise. It means it's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So when I was starting it, I was doing the second half of the code. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not important. It's frustrating, but at least it only ate up 10 minutes. Nothing else. And it's just struck me that that doesn't actually help anything, because that's only given me a gun. That hasn't given me a... How the hell am I going to be accurate with this thing? That hasn't given me a keycard, which means I can't actually progress any further. I'm still stuck in the same environment. I was presuming there would be a keycard in there, not a gun. But never mind. Oh.
What the hell? Don't come any closer. I'll shoot if I have to.
I won't put any energy or passion into my voice, I suppose I will shoot you. Okay, I guess I'm going to shoot you now. A lot, it would seem. An awful lot, it would seem, before you slowly ragdoll onto the floor.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Who is this?
Oh, thank God. Please, I barricaded myself in the break room, but those monsters are still out there.
First, I need you to tell me what the hell is going on at this facility.
Look, I don't know too much myself. I can try to explain, but you must help me. The connecting tunnel to the laboratory section was destroyed, but you can still get over here through an emergency hatch in the generator room.
You want me to swim over there and take on God knows how many of those monsters?
I'll try to explain best as I can, but please, you must come quickly. Please.
Damn it. This mission just keeps getting weirder.
Yeah, that's one
But I
word for
can't
it.
turn back now.
Well, yes, you could, actually. Like, very easily. It's called, like, turning around and then walking out, which is, frankly, what I feel like doing after that puzzle. Okay, I didn't realize this was a demo. I thought this was actually a full game. And now she dances for your amusement. Now the bad guy dances for your amusement. Was that a thing in 90s games? Because I don't remember that. I've played quite a lot of games from the 90s, and I don't remember any of them dancing like that. Okay, never mind. What a game. Okay, well, I have to say it's the first game that I've ever played with fixed camera angles and the associated control method of movement that I haven't found like very frustrating. It seems to work sort of quite smoothly and quite effectively, which is always good. I'm now wondering if there maybe actually is more to the game. Is there? Is this just like a post-credit sequence you can keep like exploring around the environment if you want to, rather than just taking back to a menu screen? Or can I actually go and swim to wherever this fine fellow is going, or wants me to go? So there's one through there. Can I put like my diving gear back on? No. Okay, I presume that is it then. There isn't any more. This is just a sort of weird post-credit sequence thing. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I know I've ragged on about the voice acting. I will always be the first to say voice acting is very difficult, but it also is very monotone. And again, that might be to try and stay, truer to 90s games. I can't quite remember what the quality of voice acting was like back in the 90s, but hopefully it wasn't quite so drony as all of this. But yeah, this seemed quite promising, and I always enjoy stuff that's underwater, even though this didn't overly emphasise its underwater nature. And I really look forward to seeing the fuller game of this. I mean, you do as well. So thank you very much. Right, let's get on with the game.
I remember getting the call vividly. I was trying to finish up for the day, but a stack of paperwork was keeping me late. To be honest, I was also looking for reasons not to go home. My phone rang, answered it, and the director of the institute was talking, albeit disjointedly, about something that had turned up in a recent survey of the Sirena Deep.
Control, this is Sierra Echo 1. Connected to Docking Walkway. Now leaving the bathysphere.
Copy that.
Morning, Governor. Ain't it marvellous? The cavalry's here, and all those other stock phrases that Americans use to try and convince their listeners that a British person wrote the dialogue. Who knows? Maybe this game actually was written by a British person. I don't know. I'm just having a riff.
Something that showed up in sonar imagery, 200 to 300 metres long, and too regular in shape to be a natural formation. I thought she was getting ahead of herself when she called it a facility, but more detailed scans seem to confirm this.
Right, okay. I kind of feel bad for making fun of this game, because it all of a sudden seems an awful lot more professional and, like, properly put together than I was actually imagining. So, I kind of apologise for that, but not entirely, because still. Sorry, that's completely thrown me. What am I even supposed to be doing at this point? Oh yes, let me try and introduce the game.
I'm in a central hall. Seems to be where the living quarters were. There's a number of cells along the wall. No other traces of life there. Seems to have been abandoned. It's odd. The construction looks like it's from the 1980s or 90s.
Copy.
Okay, I didn't realise spiral descending catwalks were particularly prominent in the 80s and 90s, but I have to confess I wasn't alive back then, so I probably am not one to talk. Secondly, I would have thought a sign of life was kind of the whole, this whole facility existing here in the middle of the ocean is probably a good sign of life. Anyway, I still haven't introduced the darn game. The game is called the Sirena Expedition, something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce the name of the game. But, why is the wall jiggling so much? Oh, goodness. Walls made with extra squid. Right ho. How do I get through here? Am I doing the thing? Am I doing the thing? How do I go through here? I seem to be having some difficulties. It said press Z to use switch, but I'm pressing Z and nothing seems to be happening. Okay, I can't surely be supposed to go back, but pressing like enter and space and up, which I thought were the only other controls mentioned on the control scheme, doesn't really seem to be doing anything for me. Is this supposed to hold Z? Oh, hang on. That sounded good. which sounded better than nothing, unless that was just like... No, I think that was just a bit of music. Oh, marvellous, I have been stumped by a door. What were the game seeming to have an extremely linear path? I don't really think I should just go backwards. But at the same time, I don't think I should just stay here and bash the keyboard until something happens. I also don't want to press the escape button in order to try and find the control scheme, because the last time I pressed this while trying to get out of the control scheme, I just quit the game, and I don't really want to have to walk back down that pathway again. So I is kind of a bit stuck. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that some controls don't work, because it says I can press up to make my character run, but I'm pressing up right now and it's not working.
Something that showed up in Sirena imagery, 200 to 300 meters long, and too regular in shape to be a natural formation. I thought she was getting ahead of herself when she called it a facility, but more detailed scans seem to confirm this.
Okay, figured out how you run. You don't press up like the control scheme says. If you press right, you move right. If you press D, from WASD, you move right. If you push them both at the same time, you scamper.
I'm in a central
Hooray.
hall. Seems to be where the living quarters were.
I'm sorry, what have I just done? Oh good. Oh good, I've broken the game? How the hell did I end up here? And why am I walking in the wrong plane? Oh dear. Oh gosh. Either this game is completely broken or I have completely broken it. Oh gosh. I need to get through that door properly, because this can't be the right way to go. No, I'm just going to go through the door properly, because I'm praying that there's going to be some kind of explanation that's going to make a bit more sense for that.
I
Never
remember
mind.
getting the call vividly.
Well, how did I do that? What? Is that G? No, it's not G. Are you just doing that on your own? It's like a... Yes, you are. Okay, marvellous. I thought I'd figured out what the change of the activate the switch button thing control was, but no. Turns out it was just an inactivity animation.
She described something that showed up in Sirena imagery, 200 to 300 meters long, and too regular in shape to be a natural formation. I thought she was getting ahead of herself when she called it a facility, but more detailed scans seem to confirm this.
Oh, hang on. Hang on a tizzity tick. Ha ha. Turns out the game wasn't broken. I was too stupid to figure out how the accursed thing works. Oh, this is a switch. Let's activate this switch. And then that opens the door. Right. Okay. Kitty. I'm sorry. I am sorry to you, to the audience that has just sacrificed some of your day watching me be a cretin. I'm sorry to the developer for making a mockery of your game. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so stupid. I just am.
It's odd. The construction looks like it's from the 1980s or 90s.
Copy. I don't mean to be, right? Like, I don't intend for this to go this way, right? I'd like to play games and just be successful at them. I don't mean to be such a muppet, but I just kind of am. Okay, this is how it was supposed to go, and actually open the door properly. Yes. And the spooky eyeball of the sea. Oh, actually, that's not a
Echo
C,
1, this
is it?
Control. We're seeing considerable elevation in your heart rate. Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Could you monitor my external readings for anything out of the ordinary?
Roger.
Yes, please do monitor for Roger. He is absolutely extraordinary, even on the best of days, and this certainly isn't the best of days. But no, of course that isn't the sea, because of course we're underwater, so that's actually the sea bed,
there's no
isn't it?
record of any structure of this size having been constructed underwater anywhere, and certainly none at a depth of 10 kilometres below sea level. So who built this thing? When? And why? I have so many questions.
And I have so many interruptions. 10 kilometres is very far down. That's like, isn't that like... That's like a little bit spooky. Isn't that like about as far down as the
Coming
ocean
control.
goes?
Are you picking up anything unusual in my external readings?
Negative, Sierra Echo 1. We are registering continued elevation in your heart rate and blood pressure, however, which indicates acute emotional distress. We advise caution.
I'm fine. Over and out.
This is gorgeous. And given the fact that you can basically at any time go in one direction, you know, it's very linear, but it somehow manages to
I
still
was
not feel
chosen to pilot
constricting.
the bathysphere down to the structure and investigate it. An atmospheric diving suit was obviously necessary at that depth, but I've been working on a new suit that utilised highly sophisticated equipment for underwater surveys. This seemed like the perfect opportunity to test it out.
Oh, blast. Great. So that shut one door but opened another one. That's going to make things interesting. Well, I'm a man that can never turn down a new suit, so I'm not going to be, too down on your proposal, madam. Okay. It's also surprisingly, you know, for its like pixelated style, it pulls it off really well, actually. And although it's simple, and I don't want to make it sound bad here, not original in the sense that, you know, underwater facility, everything's all
I'm
rusty.
in what looks like a storage room. Can't tell what was stored here. I'm still not sure what the purpose of this facility was.
Sierra Echo 1, we recommend returning to the bathysphere. Your vitals are highly erratic, and we're concerned for your well-being.
I can't yet. Everything's fine. Over and out.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I don't mean... I'm not trying to insult the game when I say that it's not an original, like, environment, but it's still a beautiful environment. Which is always something nice, because it doesn't necessarily have to be new to be good. If it's just something old and classic, it's done in a good way. But, let's rub my chin on this bit of, rusty old metal, and then have another try at going along here. And what also impresses me is that it can manage to do platforming surprisingly well, given how constricted the movement
Yes,
is.
I'm aware of the dangers of a dive to that depth. Of course I am. I've been diving for most of my life. And this didn't seem like something I could pass on. The mystery consumes me. I have to know what it is.
Why do I get the impression I'm about to get eaten by a sea monster? And not in the fun way. Yep. Yep. Yeah, okay, this isn't quite what I meant by eaten by a sea monster, but it kind of fits the bill, I suppose. If eaten by a sea monster translated to taking a lot of LSD. Yeah.
Sierra Echo 1, this is Control. We order you to immediately withdraw from the facility. Your behaviour is jeopardising your safety.
I have to. I have to find out.
Please,
Oh well, there goes my transceiver. Okay, I know I literally just said I don't want to get eaten by a monster, but seriously, you didn't need to shove your tongue in my face like that. Right, giddy aunt. I am pushing down both of the right directional keys, so I really ought to be running, but I have slowed down an awful lot. Could I actually go back? Could I actually turn around and return to the beginning and get like a different ending? That would be kind of a blast. I have a bad feeling about this.
Everything was black. And then I opened my eyes.
Everything was black. Oh, presumably you just fallen into the bedroom of a teenager. Despite how rubbish I was at playing as, that was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that, and I certainly look forward to seeing the rest of this when the to be continued is answered. I really do look forward to that. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for this shotgun of underwater gubbins, I suppose this has been. Yes, I hope you enjoyed it. Look after each other, and good night.